Something strange is happening in Cleveland. A team that once held so much promise now finds itself buried in uncertainty, and it all starts at the most important position in football, the quarterback. With rookie Shedeur Sanders in the spotlight and a carousel of QBs behind him, the Cleveland Browns might be heading straight into disaster. Is there anyone who can stop it? Or is this the beginning of another forgettable season? The Cleveland Browns are in trouble, and it's no longer a secret. While analysts and NFL insiders continue to argue over who should be the next starting quarterback in Cleveland, the reality is much darker than it appears. The quarterback battle is not just a headline. It's a glaring signal of chaos inside a franchise that desperately wants to be competitive in a league where every single play, every single decision matters. There's no room for mistakes in the NFL, and right now, the Browns might be stacking them up before the season even begins. According to ESPN's Mike Clay, who evaluated the strengths and weaknesses of each NFL team's starting lineup, Cleveland's biggest weakness isn't hidden in the shadows. It's right there at quarterback, front and center. And it's causing sleepless nights for head coach Kevin Stefanski and his entire coaching staff. Clay put it bluntly, biggest weakness, quarterback. Yours then came the quote that hit Browns fans like a punch to the gut. They say that if you have 2 starting quarterbacks, you actually have 0. So what if you have 4? And that's exactly where Cleveland stands right now. The Browns aren't deciding between 2 elite talents. They're running a full-blown quarterback competition with 4 names that inspire more questions than confidence. There's Joe Flacco, the veteran with a Super Bowl ring but 40 years on his legs. Then there's Kenny Pickett, the journeyman who's bounced around and hasn't lived up to his early hype. Dillon Gabriel, a third-round rookie with potential but still raw. And finally, Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round pick carrying a massive spotlight thanks to both his play at Colorado and the fame that follows his last name. What makes this situation even more bizarre is that Cleveland seems to be the only team in the league trying to sort through 4 uncertain quarterbacks without offering any real clues about who might take the lead. It's a quarterback room filled with pressure, doubt, and the hopes of an entire fan base waiting for someone to emerge as the guy. Yet, with every day that passes, the Browns remain silent, and the mystery only deepens. For now, all eyes remain locked on Shedeur Sanders. The rookie's journey is just beginning, but he's already facing enormous expectations. He's battling not just for a roster spot, but for the chance to lead an NFL offense in one of the toughest divisions in football. And while his competitors bring experience or draft pedigree, it's Shedeur's fire, swagger, and leadership that have made him a fan favorite. Still, it's not about popularity. It's about production. Can he rise above the noise and take control of a franchise in desperate need of direction? Kevin Stefanski knows time is running out. In the coming weeks, he'll have to make a choice. The rest of the team can't build chemistry, timing, or rhythm until they know who their quarterback is. The Browns need clarity. They need leadership. They need someone, anyone, to take that job and own it. Because without that, this team won't just struggle, they'll sink. And so we wait. We wait for an answer from the coaching staff. We wait to see if Shedeur Sanders can deliver on his potential. We wait to find out if anyone in that quarterback room can rise above the doubt and lead Cleveland out of the shadows. Because one thing is certain, if the Browns can't figure out the quarterback position, then no matter how strong their defense is, no matter how good their run game becomes, this team will be stuck watching the playoffs from the couch, again. In Cleveland, where the air is thick with expectation and the fan base longs for a new chapter of success, one name keeps circling the quarterback conversation, Shedeur Sanders. With the Browns training camp underway, the heat of competition has become undeniable, and while Sanders is shining on the field, the path to becoming QB1 is proving to be much more complicated than anyone expected. From the outside looking in, it may seem like Sanders is making the strongest case. His performance in early sessions has been sharp, focused, and efficient. Throughout OTAs and minicamp, Sanders posted the highest completion percentage among all the Browns quarterbacks. 77.3% of his passes found their mark. He went 41 for 53, throwing 9 touchdowns, more than any other, and just 1 interception. Statistically, it's a dream start. But stats aren't everything, especially in the NFL, where opportunity, context, and perception often matter just as much as performance. Despite the numbers, Sanders has yet to receive any first-team reps, and that might be the most telling sign of all. The competition he's facing in practice doesn't match the pressure and intensity seen by other quarterbacks like Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and rookie standout Dillon Gabriel. That lack of top-level reps could explain why he's not climbing the depth chart, no matter how flawless his throws may look in controlled situations. Reports from insiders confirm that while Sanders has been efficient, he wasn't asked to process the full playbook during minicamp, unlike Gabriel. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, seems to be putting much more on Gabriel's shoulders, and he's handling it with poise. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, Gabriel is soaking in the offense at a rapid pace. Despite the system's complexity, that's no small feat. Gabriel's experience, having played 6 years of college football across Central Florida, Oklahoma, and Oregon, has made him more than just a rookie. He's mentally seasoned and strategically mature, and that's exactly the kind of player Stefanski tends to favor. Judy Batista of NFL Media pointed out that the Browns head coach has always prioritized mental processing and sharp decision-making over raw physical ability, which may explain why Gabriel is already starting to build trust in the coaching room. For Sanders, the road has never been straightforward. Once a projected first-round pick, he slid to the 5th round in the 2025 NFL Draft, a drop that surprised many who had followed his career closely. He was electric at Jackson State, then took on the national spotlight after transferring to Colorado, where he lit up the field with over 4,100 passing yards in 2024 alone, throwing 37 touchdowns with just 10 interceptions and a 74% completion rate. But in the NFL, past accolades don't guarantee future roles. Now Sanders finds himself in a precarious spot, stuck in the middle of a deep quarterback room that may not even have space for 4 QBs once final cuts are made. Veteran arms like Flacco and Pickett bring experience and stability, while Gabriel is the system-absorbing rookie darling. That means Sanders may soon be looking at a practice squad position, or worse, the door. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero compared this situation to a second draft, where a player like Sanders, if not protected, could easily be picked up by another team eager to invest in his upside. This adds more pressure to the weeks ahead. The most important moment of the offseason isn't happening in closed-door meetings or playbook installations. It will come during preseason games. That's when the lights go on, the hits get real, and players are judged not by potential but by production. Both Sanders and Gabriel will have their chance to show what they're truly made of, not against teammates, but against real NFL defenses. For Sanders, this is the make-or-break stretch. If he can bring the same poise, decision-making, and firepower that he showed in college to the preseason stage, then the Browns will have no choice but to reconsider his position on the depth chart. And even if Cleveland doesn't see the value, other teams will be watching closely, waiting for the chance to scoop up a quarterback who still carries undeniable potential. Of course, the name Shedeur Sanders brings more than just arm talent. It brings expectations, legacy, and scrutiny. As the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders and a star in his own right, Shedeur has been in the spotlight for years. At Colorado, he wasn't just a quarterback, he was the face of a program reborn, leading the Buffaloes to a 13-win season and helping turn them into a national story alongside the electrifying Travis Hunter. But in the NFL, he's just another rookie fighting for a job. There's no guarantee, no privilege, only pressure, and yet that's exactly where greatness is forged. The question now is not whether Sanders can throw a perfect spiral or read a defense, it's whether he can prove that he belongs at the top when everything's on the line. This preseason isn't just about finding the Browns starter, it's about finding out who Shedeur Sanders really is at the professional level. Is he the underdog who rises from 5th-round doubt to starting-caliber quarterback? Or is he the flashy college name who doesn't quite stick in a crowded NFL room? The answers are coming fast, and every snap, every throw, every decision will matter. One thing's certain, no matter how this story ends, the journey of Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland is one worth watching. So, Browns fans and football lovers, what do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders the real deal who just needs a shot? Or is Cleveland's quarterback room simply too stacked for him to break through right now? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying this QB competition drama and want more updates, insights, and bold predictions, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This is far from over. The battle for Cleveland's future is just beginning.